Today we're gonna go over the linebacker squat. Now, there's a couple different variations of these, all right? It seems like everybody and their mother made one of these during the pandemic. However, they sold out super fast because everybody was trying to buy equipment for their house, and landmine training became one of the most popular forms of working out at home during the pandemic, because there were so many exercises that you were able to recreate that you couldn't properly recreate with a kettlebell or a dumbbell or a rubber band. I think some of us all agree that, you know, if I did one more goddamn rubber band exercise during the lockdown, I was either gonna strangle myself with it or somebody else. So the landmine was a nice refreshing breath of being able to do traditional barbell and iron plate weight training to really load up some of the exercises you're doing. And the linebacker squat was an accessory for that basically you put your weight in the front, you slide your linebacker squat pad on, you add some more weights to the side if you get to that level. And the good thing about the linebacker squat is this, right? It's a levered squat. So when you go down, the motion is gonna naturally push your hips and back. It's gonna push your hips back and your glutes back, which is gonna keep the load in the back of the legs. So for anybody who has like shoulder problems, upper back problems, hip flexor and hip problems, knee problems, and you love to squat, but you just can't do barbell squats anymore because you're in so much agonizing pain the next day that you just literally can't operate, the linebacker squat is going to be the answer to get you back in the game again, because literally 95% of the problems you get from a traditional barbell squat or even a safety bar squat is gonna be taken care of by the landmine. Just the way that it moves, it's so much better for your body. So let's talk about how that's gonna happen, right? So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have my linebacker squat elevated. We have a couple boxes. You wanna make sure whatever you're putting on, it's not gonna fall on you, right? Or it's not gonna fall apart. I'm gonna come inside, right? Ladies, if you're wearing your earrings, I wouldn't wear the hoops. You don't wanna catch them on anything. I haven't seen it happen to anybody yet, but there's gonna be somebody, right? So all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come inside the linebacker squat. I'm gonna be right here. Keep my hands in the front so this way I can engage my lats a little more. So here's what happens. If your feet are right underneath you on this, watch what happens to the bar. Come up where the bar meets the black right there. So you can see how when I come down, it kind of comes out. When I do that, you see that? That means your feet are too far forward. I need to be able to back my feet up more. So if you look at me now, my feet aren't underneath me, all right? My feet are behind me. That's gonna keep forward pressure into the linebacker squat. Whenever you're doing landmine training, you want your weight going forward. But from here, right? Now my toes are in, my heels are out, my knees are out, right? I'm loaded in my hips. All I'm gonna do is I'm not squatting down, I'm driving my hips backwards behind me. I'm back, and I'm up, and I'm here. You can see how my knees bow out, and then I'm up, and I'm down. My eyes are up, and I'm down. I'm light on my toes, right? There's zero toe tension. My heels are light also. I'm literally on the outside edges of my feet. Loading through the back of the hips. I'm there, and then I'm up, and I'm out. I'm down, I'm into it, and I'm out, and I'm up. And you can get a ton of weight on this thing also. I'm down, I'm back up. My back is straight, right? I'm able to keep myself up higher because even though it's on my shoulders, my lats are engaged because I'm pulling on the bar and I'm leaning forward. So now all those muscles along the backside of my body are there, kind of like a deadlift, and it's like a half squat, and it's like a half deadlift. And when I'm done, never cross the feet, right? You don't want to trip. I'm down, and I'm out. That is your linebacker squat. Now, you could also go from the front ways, right? Do a modified front squat. I'm personally not a fan of that one. It's not a bad exercise. It's just the risk reward for some people getting into and out of it and not seeing what's going on is not worth it for me. There's other exercises I can do. However, another nice little lovely gem of the linebacker squat is you have the ability for your overhead presses. So I'm here, I'm inside of it, right? And I'm up. I have my overhead press. And I'm driving. And I'm up. My overhead press. Now the angle I'm going at is a lot more forgiving on my shoulders than a regular overhead push press is. But I'm going through the same motion, right? Because if you think about it, you're always gonna create forward momentum. Now, one last exercise, which makes this so much more phenomenal than some of your other leg exercises out there, is the landmine thruster, all right? So, I'm back inside, right? I wouldn't recommend a lot of weight for this, but all it is a push press, right? My weight's on it. I'm gonna make sure that I'm clear. I'm not gonna, girls, I wouldn't do these with earrings on, right? Just in case. I'm gonna step, I'm gonna bump, right? And I'm bumping with my legs, down and up. And I'm up, I'm driving. I'm up, and I'm driving. When I'm done, I walk it back in. And that is a linebacker squat variation of a thruster. It's a phenomenal exercise. Now, here's the kick in the dick. Good luck finding one of these things. You can go on Amazon, I'll tell you right now, and this is high. You shouldn't pay more than 400 bucks for these things. I've seen a couple out there that are like 700 bucks. They're no better than the other ones. I think one of them I got was 250 bucks. Another one I got was about 350, 400. And they're both good products, but there's a lot of people out there who are gonna try to price gouge you. Pure Motion, Purmotion, is a great company that makes one. Theirs is a little more pricey. Titan makes one. It's a little bit wobbly, but we've tried breaking this thing and it ain't going anywhere. It's just you gotta get past the fact that it's a little loose and it's got a little give on it. And there's a bunch of other ones that we've seen over the years too that we purchased off of Amazon that work great. You just always wanna make sure that when you get it, try it out first, make sure it's not gonna break on you, then you can add as much weight on it as you want. However, it's a phenomenal tool for doing heavy leg exercises, at the gym, but more importantly, at your own house. Or for all you CrossFitters out there, you guys don't have the squat machines, you're probably tired of barbell squats for back squats or front squats. You get a landmine, you hook the landmine up to the rack, you get a bar, you get the attachment for this. There's so many more exercises you guys could train for to take the stress off your body, but still get the volume you need to be able to do like the exercise later. So there's a workout, let me think of the name. I think it's called Fran, where it's basically push-ups and thrusters, right? Is that the one? So it's like it's like 21 thrusters, 21 pull-ups, 15, 15, 9, 9. It's fucking miserable, right? And you're doing thrusters straight up and down. Now, if you're training for a Fran event, that constant volume of the overhead push presses, if your form sucks and you don't have the mobility, you might not be able to safely do thrusters with velocity. However, an exercise like this, where instead of going straight up and down, now you can go on a slight angle, lets you modify the exercise so you can train safer and save your joints the day where you really need it, all right? So for all you CrossFitters out there, I think you guys would love this. For all you guys with your garage gyms, I think you'll like that even more. And then for all you gym goers, if your gym won't even buy you rubber bands, don't even ask them to buy you this. However, if you're at one of the better gyms that actually gives a shit about you, they might buy one for you, and it's pretty cool, all right? So guys, that is the linebacker squat. Hopefully that helped you out. If you got more questions, we got this one from Titan Fitness, but there's a ton of them out there. If you have any questions, like always, reach out to us. We'll try to get back to hold of you as soon as we can to answer whatever questions you have. And if you have any suggestions or questions or topics you'd like to see us do a video on, leave us a comment in the comment section below, because we're always looking for new ideas to give to you guys. And you telling us what you want versus us just guessing makes my life a lot easier. So enjoy the video. Thanks for stopping by. See you in the next one.